Hey guys, this is Megaman HD here. Welcome to part 2 of Mega Man 8 for the Sony PlayStation. In the last part, we defeated Grenade Man and got the Flash Bomb. In this part, we will be taking on Frost Man and getting the next weapon of the 8 Robot Masters. I don't really know what to say. Now I tried doing like live commentary, but something like happened, and basically I either need to turn down the game audio or do something like that. But as for this episode, it's gonna be post commentated because I really don't feel like doing it again and re-recording just to beating Frostman stage again. It's just a pain in the ass. So I'm sorry that this one's not going to be as I wanted it to be, which was live commentary. I mean, I'm not used to doing live commentary, so for a while my live commentary actually is going to be kind of crap. I'm just going to let you know that right now, because I've never done a a live commentary in my life. Also, it was being picked up by the my controller inputs were being picked up, and the computer desk I have is not really the best computer desk in the world, so I basically have to find a way to I either have to step back. Oh, sorry if you heard that was me hitting my phone, but I either have to step back, or essentially I have to, just do post commentary from now on, so that way, because that's what that's my specialty, and I have a feeling this would be better for me than doing live commentary. The live commentary, you guys get genuine reactions, so it's a lot better. Now, why I haven't uploaded in the last like 4 days is because oh my gosh, I had a lot of shit happen. Like, okay, so I bought the Toshiba and something happened to it. I kicked it and it broke. That was my fault. Now the second computer I got, essentially what happened to it is that it essentially, it gosh, I can't remember. Okay, it had a bad hard drive. And why did it? I don't know why I happened to get one with a bad hard drive. I just happened to get one with a bad hard drive. Now, this part I'm doing right now, and well, that I was doing in the video, extremely aggravating, because it's essentially what it is it is a snowboard section, and it's unforgiving. At least the first one's kind of forgiving. And as you see along the way, you have those annoying little signs that tell you to jump. I think they're trying to screw you up by telling you twice. Either that, or they just really want you to know that you have to jump, which is, honestly, that's a bit excessive. At least in my opinion, it's a bit excessive, and I think it should be completely, I don't know, like, this game is like a 16, 17-year-old game, so I can't really get on to how old it is or stuff like that. And why that's why it's bad is because of its age. But as you can see, I died again, which is great, because now I'm gonna have to do this whole thing all over again. Now, this stage can be a pain in the butt, mainly because of the snowboard sections. Other than that, it's not such a bad level. It's a pretty good level, actually. So far from what I've played, I like Mega Man 8. It's definitely a classic. Although, personally, I prefer 9 and 10, which are the later ones, better, and my favorite one is actually Mega Man 2. Now, Mega Man 2 is my favorite game, even though it's like the most obvious. because it has like some of the best themes in Mega Man. It has it's got very simple gameplay, which is a staple of the Mega Man series, makes it really good and really fun. Now, the later games, like my favorite games are 2, 5, 6, and 7. No, 6 and 10. 7 I don't really like. 1 I like. It's not one of my favorites, but I like it. 4 is the one I'm worst at, so naturally I like the game, but I prefer to not play it as much over the other ones because I'm terrible at it. Mega Man 7 I don't like because of its difficulty. It's really hard and at times, and it gets really annoying. As in, like, the final Wily bosses are really annoying. Basically, the final boss is the most annoying Mega Man boss in the history of Mega Man. I mean, realistically, those energy balls are impossible to dodge. They are... beating him with his actual weakness is a bigger pain in the ass than it is with his other weakness. And, it actually, because what it is with Wily's actual weakness, which, if you've never played that game, is the Wily Coil. It's really annoying to hit him, and also if you use the, if you use Rush Jet, you're more likely, Jet Adapter in this game, you're more likely to get hit. Well, actually, there is Rush Jet. It's a peculiar thing because it's the only game with Rush Jet and Rush Adapter in the same game. In Mega Man 6, they weren't in the same game. You had to use Rush Adapter, and Rush Adapter in Mega Man 6 was this strange. I mean, it was basically like it was in Mega Man 7, except in Mega Man 7 you don't have a little energy bar, which tells you how much longer you have to fly. In Mega Man 6, that was a case. Now, Mega Man 8 is not... I haven't played enough of Mega Man 8 to evaluate if it's my favorite game or not, so I don't really have a lot to say on Mega Man 8 as of now. I've only played 2 stages, which are Frost Man and Grenade Man, and this is my first time actually playing Frost Man, but since it is post-commentary, I was kind of hoping to have a special reaction, but since it's post-commentary, my reaction's not really going to be that great, so I'm not going to sit there and try to fake reactions, like fake reactions sometimes. I don't get as excited as some LPers, so sometimes I do feel like I actually do have to fake my reactions, even when I'm doing a live commentary. Now, if you hear me sniffle or anything like that, that's not because I'm sick, that's because I sneezed, and every time after I sneeze, apparently, my nose likes to stay stuffed up for like a week, so it's kind of annoying. And I get fairly, aggravated when that happens, because then I can't talk for like a while. Now, I'm actually having to record this post-commentary on Audacity because my post-commentary does not... what should I say? Camtasia 7 doesn't let me do post-commentary. Now, Camtasia 8 I would have to pay for, so I'd rather wait and not worry about it right now and stick to the one that I know. Or I could downgrade this computer to Windows 7, but that's like a lot of work, so I'd rather not do that, because downgrading something is actually takes a lot of I'd have to download a thing, and I think I already screwed up Homebrew doing that, which sucks, because that's how I played a lot of my Mega Man games and all that stuff, which I might be doing streams later, which is where I basically stream the audio, etc. Or I'll probably just, if I'm doing Mega Man, I'll probably just, if it's not working, I'll just stream some. I'll record the game audio off my mic, so whatever you're hearing in the background is whatever basically the game audio is. I'll basically play tracks from the game and stuff like that. Now I'm going to now if this was actually supposed to be a live commentary video, would be where I cut it out because I was dying. And now we get to this part of the stage. Now, this part of the stage is something that it's not difficult, but it is a predecessor to the next part of the stage, which is, again, annoying. But, essentially what you do here is you jump over, there's these, things that look like, humpback whale robots that drop ice, and there's these mechanisms that basically kick it, and can cause kind of a nuisance. It's not that annoying, but it can be. And then you just want to, now I could try, now obviously I died like an idiot, but I could have tried to get that bolt, which, bolts have the same purpose they do in 7. There's just far less in 8 than there is in 7. So there's not as much to... There's still a lot of good items you can buy, but there's less of them in 8 than there is in 7. Like, for instance, you can get an item that restores your, let's say, your slide back to pre-Megaman 8 levels, as this one speedrunner said, which is a Obdayar or something like that. He's a Mega Man, and he did a Chrono Trigger speedrun, 100%, I believe, at an AGDQ, which was 2014. That was not that long ago, which I didn't watch AGDQ until 2015. Now I thought this could have been destroyed by what was it, bombs, but apparently not. Hopefully in this game you can revisit stages, which you probably can, and exit, so that way I can, like, go back and get bolts, so I can buy items, like, for instance, the energy balancer, etc. Now, you can destroy this enemy off screen, which is something that is not hard to do, but because this game it's not like an NES game where when you scroll off screen, they're just gonna stay on screen. Now, I hate that. Now, I especially hate that one, because that one, if you do not go fast enough, let's say you want to get past it because you don't want to kill it. If you don't, you have to go pretty fast. Well, not pretty fast, but you have to go fast enough to the point where you don't get hit. But, of course, stuff like that is to be unavoided. And back to the whole speedrunner thing, Nintendo, apparently for their Nintendo World Championships, which is the first one they're having since 1990, which is a huge surprise. This was something I was not expecting. I was not expecting a Nintendo World Championship at all. But it seems like it's not much of a World Championship. It seems it's restricted to America and Canada. I think Canada has Best Buys. If you're from Canada and you don't have Best Buys, please let me know. But it's not really much of a World Championship, unless Best Buy is a world chain. I don't really know if they are. They could not be. They could be. Who really knows? And I don't really care. Because I'm just excited to see Cosmo, Trihex, etc. at a Nintendo event, because I've never seen Tri-Hex or any of them in a Nintendo event, which is pretty interesting, because it's going to be interesting to see how speedrunners fare. Also, there's like Essentia and Bananas, and Bananas is a speedrunner I did not know, so I had to look her up. And apparently she's an Oracle of Seasons speedrunner. She has the world records for Oracle of Seasons, apparently. I didn't know that, and then I just looked her up, and I liked her speedrun. It was pretty informative. Although she was like under pressure, so because people on Twitch are highly immature and they start freaking out when they see a girl gamer. So I give her props for being able to withstand that and still get a decent time as well. Because Twitch is like the worst when it comes to chat. So if I ever become a big YouTuber, which may not happen, I don't know, I may stay small, like 1,000 subscribers, but I don't care. As long as I like to do my videos, I don't care how many subscribers I have. If I have 1, if I have 2, if I have whatever, doesn't matter to me, because I like to do videos, and that's fun to me. So I don't care whatever happens. So I don't get and so back to okay. So basically, when Bananas was doing her speedrun, which was very good, people were saying the most obscene things to her. Makes me wonder. Oh, and I'm like, no surprise, girls don't want to get into the gaming community, or if they are a gamer, they don't tell the gaming community about themselves because they know how they'll be treated by gamers. Yes, I'm a male gamer, but I'm not like that, so I can talk about it. If I was like, because I don't, every time I'm on a Twitch thing, I just turn off the chat because I know the chat's going to be horrible, so I don't even bother watching it. That's just how bad it is. Now, on some, it's not that bad. It's just, I'm not going to comment on a chat, really. Because, like, nobody's going to see it. I like to comment on smaller streams. Like, when Mario Center, aka a Brandon to the Past, was a small YouTuber, fairly small YouTuber. I used to watch him all the time, and he did a small stream one time, and I like to comment on streams like that because basically that means that the runner's able to hear, or this guy wasn't a speedrunner, but whoever's doing the stream is able to actually hear what I'm saying, so it's like I'm actually being heard. Now, some of you guys understand what it means to be like, if you're not heard, then sometimes you don't feel like watching whatever you're watching, especially if it's a stream. Now, I could do a donation comment if I was doing ADGQ, which I actually may do this year. I actually may donate, which would be a big change for me because I've never donated at an ADGQ. I've watched it on YouTube several times, but I watched ADGQ 2015, but I didn't have the money when it came to ADGQ 2015. I could have donated if I would have had, now that I have a card that I can use, I can actually donate, and it makes me happy to actually donate. Now here, again, if I was doing live commentary, this would be where I was cutting it out. And I would have had to apologize about, sorry, being on the game over screen. I just have to leave it on the game over screen. And, okay, so I came back to the point. Oh, sorry if that picked that up. That was me. That was the mic falling down or whatever. But that was me cutting back to this part. Now, this part is highly difficult. It's not highly difficult, but it's difficult. Mainly because you're going at such a fast speed. You have close to no reaction time, like that, for instance. If you jump, you're gonna miss pretty much. Now, after this, I should be editing back in the audio, so I should be having a good enough. I'll be turning the audio back up, etc. And I may have to do this because there is no way for me to do. Okay, apparently I'm actually hearing audio now, because there is, as of right now, I need to figure out, play with it in order to be able to do recordings and stuff. Now, of course, the sound that's playing is way too small, so I don't think the mic will pick it up when I'm doing this. But if it does, whatever, I don't really care. Since I need to fix it, because I plan to start doing blind Let's Plays. If I don't do that, there's no point in doing blind Let's Plays, because one, people will understand them. Two, I don't know why I didn't cut this part out, but whatever. I'm actually, but I guess I didn't. But, I was... Oh, crap. So what was I saying? I need to fix that problem, because I do plan to do, like, live stuff in the future. Especially streams. Streams is one of the things that actually matters to me. Now, I'm going to get off this whole stream topic, because I'm talking about this for, like, 20 minutes. 15, 20 minutes at least. So, I'm going to talk about... essentially, Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. Now, I know this is Megaman, but I'm going to talk about Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. Now, Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, which is the game that is coming out for the 3DS in the end of the year, sounds like a very intriguing game. Now, people say... Now, one of my friends says it's going to get worse. I don't believe that. I kind of liked Gates to Infinity. It wasn't something that... What should I say? It was good. It wasn't great, but I liked it. At least I liked it. It was fun. It wasn't as fun as Sky, but I still liked it. But when it comes to Super Mystery Dungeon, I like the fact there's more Pokemon choices. Now, this is going to make it a lot better, because a lot more Pokemon choices does mean that we will actually be getting a... What is it? Sorry if you heard, like, breathing into the mic or whatever. It doesn't really matter, but I'll play the audio just to make sure it's not picking it up. But, oh, wait, and yeah, this is the point where I actually got past the whole thing, because once you get to the snow, it's just a matter of jumping. And now we're going to fight. Now I'm going to fight Frostman, who has a bunch of creepy Megaman statues around him. I don't know why, but apparently he has Megaman statues. And as you will hear, he sounds like a cartoon character, which, from what I understand, every Robot Master in this game has to have I'm Frostman, or I'm Tengu Man, or I'm Search Man, or I'm blah 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 man, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But with that, going to beat Frostman, and that's going to conclude this episode of Mega Man 8. But let's see what weapon we're going to get. Okay, let's see what weapon we're getting. You beat Frostman. You got Ice Wave, which I have no idea what that does. It should probably do what it does in Mega Man 8. But I'm going to end the episode here. This has been, after saving here, this has been Mega Ampharos HD. And I will see you guys in the next episode when there is a officially live commentary. Bye.